All right, what's up, everybody? Matt Modi here with OddsJam, here to give you a betting preview for the Gonzaga versus UCLA game that we have obviously going on in the Sweet 16. So what I'll be doing is using OddsJam to pull up all the different lines of where each sportsbook prices a different market at and see where we can find some value. Before I get into it, I would appreciate for those of you watching this if you could like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Would help me out a ton. And then, of course, if you want to find me on my Twitter handle, you can at the name you see on the screen here, Jedi Modi. Also in the description, a link to it, I should say, is in the description of the video as well. So, Gonzaga versus UCLA, 2 versus 3 seeded games. Very, very exciting. Gonzaga is here after surviving a scare against TCU, was down in the first half, came back and won in the second half. Obviously, UCLA is here after a victory over Northwestern. They were leading the majority of the game, but it came kind of close at the end. They almost blew it, but they pulled it out in the end. The biggest news here, there's a couple things, but number one is obviously the injuries on the UCLA side. They're already missing one of their better players, Jalen Clark, for the remainder of the season. And then one of the players that stepped up in his absence went down with a sprained ankle against Northwestern. As of right now, I'm recording this early Monday morning. There's hope that he will be able to play, but to my knowledge, there is nothing confirmed yet. So that's obviously going to be something to monitor. It's also interesting, this is a rematch of the Final Four game from 2 years ago when UCLA went on that ridiculous run to the Final Four from a play-in team, played against Gonzaga, who had yet to lose at that point in the season. Obviously, Gonzaga ended up winning before they lost in the national championship. So pretty interesting game here. It's going to be a really good one, Gonzaga, UCLA. Looking at the odds here, looking to see where we can find some value is obviously the most important thing. And right now, at the time of this recording, UCLA is the slight favorite here, which I found kind of interesting. Now, obviously, they are the better team. They had the better season, but with all the injuries that they're going through, I was wondering how the odds would reflect that. But UCLA is still the favorite here. Moneyline odds best offered on Caesars at -120 and best offered on Bet Rivers on the Gonzaga side at +110. Now, obviously, when you are line shopping and looking for value, you want to identify the sharp sportsbooks, see where they have odds priced at, and then kind of go from there. So Pinnacle being the most important one, the sharpest sportsbook, has UCLA at -119, and they have Gonzaga at +106. So right off the bat, no value on UCLA money line at all. A little bit of value on Bet Rivers at Gonzaga, but if you remove the VIG, which just removes the juice, that sportsbook's price gives you the true line. Pinnacle has it at +112, so really no play on Bet Rivers with the VIG removed. BetOnline, another sharp sportsbooks, has UCLA at -123 and Gonzaga at +103. But same thing here, when you remove the VIG, they're actually completely aligned with the no VIG odds at -112 and +112 each way. So not a lot of value here on the money line, unfortunately. Looking at the spread, it's kind of the same thing. It's pretty interesting. It's rare that you see sportsbooks this aligned on what they have a spread priced at, especially this early in the betting market. Pretty much universally at UCLA -1.5 across the board. We see some sportsbooks have it at even money -110, with some other sportsbooks juicing it towards UCLA at that number, like Betfred, FanDuel, WinBet, and then BetOnline. And that's important, as is Pinnacle. Now, another sharp sportsbook that we use to kind of look at odds is Circa, and they have this spread at -2. But if you look at the way that odds are priced, Pinnacle having the UCLA side at -108, the Gonzaga side at -104, they're favoring UCLA at -1.5, but there's no positive expected value play. So my official prediction for this game is that I think UCLA wins and covers the 1.5 points. That does represent the best value, right? Both BetOnline and Pinnacle favor UCLA at this number. They have the UCLA side as the more expensive play, which is them telling you they think that the most likely scenario is that UCLA covers, with circa having it at -2. So my official prediction is going to be UCLA -1.5. You can get it at -110 at a bunch of sports books, and that's going to be it. So riding with UCLA to beat Gonzaga in this one, win the rematch of 2 years ago. If you're tailing my UCLA pick, just comment and let me know. Would love to hear it. Other than that, remember to like, subscribe, hit me up on social media, and that's it. So enjoy the games and have a good one.